Today we will be looking at GameStop, Nvidia, Tesla and Apple. I have got the weekly chart for GameStop over here and straight away I can see that this area $23 roughly $23.5 is actually quite interesting support for GameStop. In terms of resistance, this area roughly $38 to $40 is acting as a strong resistance. Weekly RSI at roughly 43 and it generally likes to go around the 35 number. So yeah, there is little bit scope to go towards $22, $23. If price decides to pump from here, we know 38 is our first resistance. Moving to the daily chart, we can see that 28.5 area, $28 roughly. This area is actually very interesting support in recent days. This is since 26 May 2022. Also RSI is at 33, but if we look historically, RSI on the daily likes to go below 30. Look at this over here, this over here also. So once again, if we see a little bit of a decline in price, then yeah, RSI will go below 30 on the daily chart and we will reach the initial weekly support of $23, $22. But given that this is a recent support and if we try to see a pump from here, first resistance will be 32 roughly being the point of control. This represents the area of high volume, so yeah, we have to keep an eye on this number. Quickly moving on to the 4-hour chart, nothing much over here. Again, RSI went below 30 and trying to find some support in this region. Other than this, same resistance is possible and same support is available. Moving on to the Nvidia weekly chart, negative news has been circulating for Nvidia recently that US has sanctioned exports of Nvidia chips to the US. So yeah, that is why you can see big drop over here in price. Also, we can see this downward channel that has formed on Nvidia. Looking at this possible $100, $110. The main thing on the weekly chart is look at this support 139 roughly and this one 127. This area is actually quite important support because a lot of consolidation happened and we saw a pump. Second thing is the price is making a lower low, but RSI is in a higher low fashion. So we are seeing a bullish divergence forming on the weekly in an area of support. So yeah, there is strong possibility that we might see little bit uptrend in Nvidia. So keep an eye on this range $139 to $127. Heading over to the daily chart for Nvidia, price is making a double bottom over here and we can see it opened with a gap towards the downside. Current RSI at 31 almost and double bottom forming, so there is a possibility of a pump back towards approximately 160. Also, dividend X date is approaching at 7 September, so keep these factors in your mind. Moving on to the 4-hour chart, we can see that the RSI went towards 21 and we very rarely see this on the Nvidia stock. Given all these factors, little bit upside is possible on the Nvidia stock, so keep an eye on these ranges. Moving over to the Tesla stock weekly chart, yesterday we were talking about this area roughly 263 264 and we can see price is trying to find support over here, which is a good sign. If it fails to hold over here, then of course we have the green line at 240, which is the 50 moving average. So next area of interest would be over here. And we talked about this bull flag forming on the weekly. Look at this. This is a bull flag. Any breakout of this pattern might take us back towards the all-time high at 400. Tesla daily chart is once again showing us that this region is of interest that was discussed yesterday. 266 to $256. This red line over here is the 200 moving average, and as we know, this is generally taken as a good support. Lastly, moving on to the 4-hour chart for Tesla. Last time I talked about this, that all of the moving averages have collected over here, so this is a resistance and we can see price tried to go up, but then look at this, lot of fighting happening in this region. Keep an eye over here. If not, we know the next support area is roughly 263 265 and towards the upside we can roughly see 285 287. Now quickly moving over to the Apple chart on the weekly. Yesterday we were talking about 150 being a very important level on the weekly. As you can see, price is trying to reverse from 155, so narrowly escaping our support area, but still keep an eye on this number. This is an important number. Some correction might happen towards 150. If not, then we have 141 over here. As you can see, this 50 moving average in green is very important. Look at this, look at this big pump from here. Again over here saw a pump and same thing happened over here. So yeah, any decline towards this range will be very important. 141 till $150. This is a very interesting range for Apple on the weekly. Moving over to the daily chart, price is trying to find support in the 50 and 100 moving average, opening with a gap to the upside, which is a good sign. As we know, today is Friday, people like to take profits, so keep an eye on these 150 number in the immediate term. 150 being very important for Apple. Also, we talked about this trend trend line that was forming and we got rejected from here. If we see a full reversal in the market from here, then we can go back to 172. That is a possibility that we cannot ignore. Going to the 4-hour chart, like I said yesterday, 200 moving average on the 4-hour is an important number and RSI was very low. So you can see that pump is happening from this range. Immediate resistance of course will be 160, if not then 163, 165 roughly. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and like. Markets are extremely volatile. If you are actively trading, please don't forget proper risk management. Use stop loss, take profit. Good luck trading. Thank you.